Hello everyone and welcome back to Derpy Dungeons. This is Yasuo and today we are playing Blueprints. Day 5. Video. 5 or 4? 5. Well, I'll use the few steps I can here to go to the secret area beyond the... Ba-da-dum. Two special tools. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. But if you don't have a shovel, it's not going to help. Metal detector. And sledgehammer. And cheddar padlocks unlock trunks. Okay. So just use 5 steps to do all, 6 steps to do all that. Alright. What we got? Well, we can go ahead and do the parlor. Get a coin. Maybe. If I can figure out the puzzle. The black box is not empty. This is the black box. That is a lie. This is the black box. Wait, what? Is it really just the black box? Black box has to be the truth. That was extremely simple. Alright, leads to a room of a color of your choice, a free key, or a hallway. Let's go for it. Whenever you draft a bedroom, you gain 5 feet. I can gain that. Oh, I can gain that. Which direction do I go with this? The den, it makes more sense. Gives me more options to walk. I'm going with den. Final answer. Give me my gem. That door over there should be open. Yes. Yes, it is. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 footsteps. I think I might be okay with that. I don't have enough coins to go there, so let's go with bedroom. I could do the chapel, but that really wouldn't do much. It's just a spare bedroom here. And the spare bedroom is free. I'm going with that. Cool. Pantry gives me 4. Storeroom ends this direction. And then there's commissary. So now I have 3 coins, but that's still not enough. I will go pantry. Alright. It's been 2 gems and unlocked 2 more passageways. That's what I'm doing. Plus, it's an area I have not done before. Now, can I knock this wall down with a sledgehammer? No. I don't know what the sledgehammer's for. I'm gonna head this way. Do that ends the way. Send my last gem and open up 2 other directions. Ooh. Very much worth it. I'll go this way, because I believe this is where the shovel... I'm supposed to use the shovel. Sure. An open terrace. I'll use my only key. I guess I'll use my diamond to open up this now. Salt shaker. Ah, shovel. Turnip? Okay. Not what I expected, but I mean... Then why was there a hole? That's so stupid. Well, that stinks. Why would I want to lose half? Like, that's not even worth it. While I will no longer be able to see all 3 of my potential floor. Why? Or I end my path and have to start all the way at the bottom again. No. I hate the red rooms. I absolutely hate that. Sorry, my alarm went off. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. August 22nd of 1985. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning the prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from political association that one might make with the Sinclair family. Swinburne Arthur never considered herself successful. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so as we ran out of books we owned, my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold was elaborated in previous interviews with her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were two of 36 names that appeared on a leaked dossier named them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of the Black Water. Continued on page 12. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumor in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were dropped later. On November 17th, Marigold dropped the publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, who Marigold had passed reference to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at press function was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under it, waved down a local This is the third major last year. It is charged by the Crown. Manning was the last The trial began on 2, expected to last up to with grand treason. On February 22nd, 87. No trace is discovered on Cinca Heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Miss Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. September 2nd. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the Royal Museum of Fen Ayres has broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage. And access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds, dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although the official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ayres, the priceless crown jewel, whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest the theft was politically motivated. No, that was a lot to read. Actually. It's all lore. Alright. To the next room. My only hope here is either using the gem or just hope beyond hope. Let's go ahead and use the gem. That also gives us a way down. What is this? Currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. Wait, currently in the house and yet to be collected. 2 coins? That's interesting. So I left 2 coins behind somewhere. I do not know where. Spread diamonds in each green room. Oh. Well, the courtyard and the terrace are both green rooms, but to get back to them would cost me quite a few steps. I'm actually thinking dark room. Let's go with it. The light's gonna shut off as soon as I walk in. I wish I could turn the lights back on. I want this room here. Oh, it's gonna be locked, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Let's try it. See what happens. No! It's a dead end. Damn it. And here's that red... Oh! Yeah, we have the, Lucky Rabbit Foot. That still saddens me. Yeah, here goes nothing going down. Last gem. Laundry room? Black. I know it's bleach. Black. What? Swap diamonds for gold. No. I don't have the coins for any of this anyway. Isn't that money laundering? I mean, come on. This is pointless. Go outside or the hallway? All that'll do is get me back to the entrance hall anyway. We're gonna go with the, I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh goodness. Well, I'm broke again. Opportunity to earn and spread. This is the end anyway. Give me 10 extra feet. And I could get back to the commissary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna take 7 just to get back there. 8 if I enter the next room. Sure. Up, over, up. See, I want the breaker box. I'm thinking that the dark room, something can be done with the breaker box. But if I do that, that ends the day. Practically. Right? I'm sitting there with 40 steps and I'll have nowhere else to go. I hate it. But it's either that or I just try something, and it could also end the day, be the regular closet again. I'm curious about the dark room. I gotta go with the utility closet. Two women, one with a duster, the other with a mop. It's kind of screwed up picture though. Sync a camera. Old man. Let's sync a camera from the last picture. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing. For one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. Electronically powered security doors. It's not gonna help me any right now. Okay. I know that room. The room has statues in it. I figured out that code. That's the same picture as behind me. What? One's faded to hell, but this one here is not. It's close up. There's an apple orchard. What is on that tree? What does that say? H. Using magnifier on it. What does that say? H13? H12? No. Could be an N instead of an H. N12? N13? It's not a 3 or a 2, that's an 8. H18. H18 or N18. N18. Why is there a number there? N18. Well, I recognize that gate. N18. I'll take a screenshot of that so I'll have it for later. After I, of course, zoom in on it again. There, I took a screenshot of it. Oh, what does that say? I need the magnifying glass. I had it once before. This is probably what it's for. Damn, so you have to get you have to get the utility closet, you have to get the dark room, and you have to find the magnifying glass in order to read these photos. Why am I going in here? Because I'm going the wrong way. Looks like I'm done. So, N18. Yeah, I don't care. Wasn't it this way? Yeah, the sledgehammer, so I thought maybe. Here. See, the tree's been cut down. N18. Hmm. Hmm. And could mean November. What, 11? Let me look at the picture again. Still looks like H18, so maybe the first is an 8. Or maybe it's 08. It also looks like it could be 25, honestly. Or maybe it's 52. No, I'm pretty sure that's an 8. I don't know. I'll go look at it again. So instead of it being a H, it could be 11 or 16. I feel like this right here is the only one I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 16, and I'm just going to force it. Numbers to be. Ah! So it was what, 1128? The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Badass! Is that all this does? I mean, that is cool, but what does that do? What the hell does that mean? Okay. Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992. When I first came to the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor kept no notes, no logbooks, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms in the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nagula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Espen's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house, and while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. Almost the west wings. To qualify soil quality, quantify soil quality, measure the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. Survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As is suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. Poor soil, good soil, rich soil, barren ground. Okay. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wirings. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior. All the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas, including, but not limited to, the orchard smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gasoline should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machines and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rhina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday, and she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars a third time. My best rendition pretty good, considering I have only ever seen depictions in the chapel. Okay. You pontificate. I shall, I guess, end the day, because there's nothing else to do, really. One total rooms, 5 is what I reached. 55 steps taken, 4 items found, 3 new rooms.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, hit like. If you would like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.